Okay, you guys, so as you can tell by the title, we have some crazy news, rumors, leaks, whatever you want to label it, to cover in this video. So this was sent via one of my loyal Discord server buddies, Emi, so shout out to you, thank you. He's a part of my own server. These are some wave outlines for 2026 product for Age of the Primes Part 2 and Studio Series. This was posted on the TFW boards. So I'm going to read through these waves, give you guys my thoughts on everything. There is quite a bit to discuss, so sit on back, grab a snack, and listen to me ramble. So first up here, let's talk about Wave 1 for Age of the Primes Year 2. So we have Deluxe Quintus Prime, Surshot, Jalopy, Blastoff, Quick Strike, and then Voyager class, Brawl, Animated Wreck-Gar, Voyager Amalgamous Prime, Leader class, Big Convoy, and Leader Razorclaw. So right off the bat, I don't know if this is a mistake or something, but it seems like we may be getting 3 Voyagers in Wave 1. That seems a little off to me, but I don't know, I guess maybe Hasbro wants to try something different with this wave outline here for the first one. Because the guy that posted this, Linkin Park Irony, he's pretty good. He's really reliable with stuff like this, so I don't think he's making anything up. So it seems like we're going to be getting 3 Voyagers in Wave 1, which is crazy. Overall, I think this is a pretty good character selection. Here's a topic that I thought about for a video that I'm going to do like tomorrow or something at the time of this recording. But other than maybe a lack of focus with completing teams or eras of Transformers, I have nothing against the character selections here. It's pretty good. Now, for Wave 2, we have Deluxe Power Glide, Swerve, Animated Ratchet, Smokescreen, Prime Cliffjumper, Voyager Armada Sideways, and Voyager Nexus Prime. So Wave 2, they seem a little dialed back here in terms of, I don't know what the leader class is going to be for this, if there's going to be 1 or 2 leaders, because at the bottom it gives some extra info on the leader classes, which I'll get into here soon. But overall, my number one question with this is, what is that smokescreen going to be? I'd assume, since it's not universe labeled on the listing here, that's probably just going to be a re-release of the Earthrise G1 figure, which I think that the Datsun mold could use an upgrade. It's kind of flimsy and cheap, especially with the half of the legs being clear plastic and hollow at that. So I'm not really too big on that mold, but I mean, for people who missed out on it, I guess it's good. But for me personally, huge pass. But I'm really excited for Armada Sideways. It's good that Prime Cliffjumper is getting a single release with the hype around him. Power Glide, Swerve, they've needed updates for many years now. Animated Ratchet, one step closer to completing the main core animated Autobot cast and team. Nexus Prime, another Prime, can't go wrong with that. So solid wave. Then Wave 3 here, we have Deluxe Joyride, Tailgate, Fangry, Point Blank, and then we have Voyager class, Swindle, and Vector Prime. Right off the bat here, Vector Prime getting a reissue. I'm assuming he's going to be a reissue. I mean, he could be a remold, but I highly doubt that with how lazy Hasbro is at times. I just think it's probably just going to be a reissue of that very crappy legacy figure from last year that is barely accurate to his design. They take out all the cool parts and make it some weird G1-ified mediocre version of the character and design. So I'm not too happy about that, but I'm really happy about a Voyager class Swindle. So glad he's a Voyager and not a Deluxe this time around. So it means we're probably going to get a nice, sizable, chunky arm cannon for my Scammer boy right here, which I love. Point Blank, I don't know why he's getting a reissue, unless if he's expensive on the aftermarket, which last time I checked, I don't think he's that expensive. It's really not a good figure, so that's kind of a waste. Fangry hopefully comes with a weapon this time around, because that figure is kind of like a mediocre retool that was in a 4-pack. So, I mean, it's cool it's getting a single release, but how many people really care about the character itself? I think people just want it because it's a figure that's been hard to get the last few years, if you ask me. Tailgate and Joyride, I mean, sure, we need more G1 redos of characters. That's not freaking Optimus, Bumblebee, and Megatron and Starscream for the 100th time, so I'm here for that. And then we have some Wave Unknown stuff here. Leader, Liege Maximo, Leader Armada Megatron, Leader Unicron Soldier. So I'd assume 2 leaders for Wave 2, and then maybe 1 leader for Wave 3. I'm most curious about that Unicron Soldier, but I'm most excited for the Liege Maximo because his design is one of my favorites out of the 13 primes, especially if it's the G2 design like what it's been rumored, so I'm really excited for that. Armada Megatron, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a reissue of the Legacy figure, which, I mean, sure, why not? But he's not that expensive on the aftermarket, if I remember correctly, and that figure is not even that good. I'm going to be real with you guys. I know the Fans Hobby figure is more MP-like and takes a little bit more liberties with the design, but I mean, if you want a premium Armada Megatron, I would get that instead of the Hasbro figure, but this is still a good reissue. And then for some more other stuff, we have Commander Onslaught, which I'm assuming is going to be right before Wave 3 that'll release, or maybe right before Wave 2, because that seems to be going on more and more the last couple years with Commander Class and Titan Class figures, so I don't know. But then we have a to-be-confirmed Commander, or at least that's what I think the TBC stands for. Your guess as good as mine on what this Commander Class figure could be. Me personally, I think it's either going to have something to do with the Beast Wars 30th anniversary next year, or it could be something from, I don't know, maybe it could be Armada Jetfire, because they've been talking about doing him at more so a Commander Class size and price point, considering how complex he would need to be these days, which is crazy, because that was what, like a $40 figure back in 2002, but you know, it's 20-something years ago, which again is also crazy to say. Oh my god, 2002 was 23 years ago. What the hell, guys? That's insane. But yeah, I think it's either going to be something Unicron Trilogy or Beast Wars related, considering A, we already have a G1 Commander character here for Onslaught releasing next year, and B, it would make the most sense. They're going full steam ahead with the Unicron Trilogy still, or at least slightly full steam ahead. Again, I'll get into that in my one of my next videos, talking about how they're kind of all over the place with character selections and they need to lock in and complete stuff. And with Beast Wars, it's the 30th anniversary next year, so why not make a Commander Class Beast Wars character again, considering the hype and basically how well Magmatron sold in 2024, so I wouldn't be surprised at that. But next up here, we have the Studio Series stuff. Wave 1, Deluxe 86 Windcharger, Deluxe TLK Barricade, Deluxe TFO Arachnid, Deluxe 86 Sunstreaker, Voyager TFO Alpha Trion, 86 Thundercracker, Leader Class 86 Soundwave, and TLK Nemesis Prime. So this is a pretty solid wave. I mean, we've needed a Windcharger, new TLK Barricade. That original Deluxe is terrible now. TFO Arachnid looks pretty peak from that prototype we saw not too long ago. 86 Sunstreaker, if this is a new figure and not just a Earthrise crappy re-release, I'm going to be happy about that, because that Deluxe figure from 2020 sucks now. Alpha Trion, I'm curious to see how he turns out. 86 Thundercracker, I'm wondering if he's going to be a new mold or a re-release of the Earthrise. I am begging Hasbro for a new Seeker mold, because that figure is awful. 86 Soundwave Peak, probably going to be a new mold, can't wait. TLK Nemesis, don't really care. That mold is not the greatest to me. Then Wave 2, we have Deluxe 86 KRANIX, TFO Thundercracker, 86 Snarl Repack for a Leader, and 86 Astro Train Leader Class. So it seems like Wave 2 is going to be a little light, possibly, but we have some Wave Unknown stuff that I'm going to get into here soon, so I'm sure that's going to be filled up nicely in the end. But 86 Snarl needs that reissue, so I'm here for that. And KRANIX, I'm really excited to see how he's going to transform and look. And then Wave 3, Deluxe 86 Cliffjumper, AOE Bumblebee, TFO Soundwave, 86 Wheeljack. Again, we don't know the Voyagers or leader classes of this wave. I'll get into that here shortly. 86 Cliffjumper, probably just going to be a repaint of the Bumblebee we got in 2024. AOE Bumblebee, he needs an update so bad. That 2014 Deluxe is horrible at this point. Deluxe TFO Soundwave and 86 Wheeljack. I'm curious. I think Soundwave should be a Voyager, but we'll see how that turns out. 86 Wheeljack, if it's a new mold and not a re-release of that crappy Earthrise figure, you may have some peak on your hands. We'll see. And then for some Wave Unknown stuff, we have a Voyager 86, Skywarp 86, Shockwave, AoE Evasion Mode Optimus, 86 Cyclonus, and then Leader Class 86 Blitzwing, Rise of the Beast Scourge, Repack, and then TLK Megatron. And Linkin Park said here, who I still don't think is coming out this year. And then for other stuff, we have a to-be-confirmed Titan class. So let's talk about this here for a little bit. So Skywarp and Shockwave, they're either going to be new figures or just re-releases of their War for Cybertron trilogy molds. I don't know, it could go either way. I may do a separate video talking about that stuff more in depth. Evasion Mode Optimus, I'm here for it. One of the best Bayverse designs ever. And, you know, those old figures are a little dated now, so it would be nice to see how a new version would look. 86 Cyclonus, probably just going to be a re-release of the Kingdom figure. There's really no need for a more improved version of that figure, even though, low-key, I would welcome a new mold for Cyclonus. He's like one of the best G1 designs and one of the more badass Decepticons, if you ask me. 86 Blitzwing. Hasbro's not taking a risk on a new mold Blitzwing for a long time. That legacy figure sold horribly, so it's probably just going to be a carryover from those molds that didn't sell, and it's just going to be reissued here in 86, however that works. And who the Titan can be? I think it's going to be something Bayverse related. I think they want to go all out for Bayverse stuff next year because it has been taken sideline gig, you know, the last couple years with all these new sublines. So I think they want to make Bayverse fans happy, especially with Michael Bay coming back and the resurgence in movies. They probably want to bank off that hype as well in the coming years. So let me know down in the comments below who you think this Titan class is going to be. And yeah, I mean, a lot of crazy stuff here. I'm going to do some more videos talking about a few things from this a bit more in depth. So, yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about these waves for 2026 product next year? And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.